Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. First of all, I am ill, as you can probably hear. But that doesn't matter, because Assassin's Creed comes first. Ubisoft have decided to grace us. Well, is grace the word? They're trying to win back our favour by releasing weekly articles that go in depth on the mechanics of Assassin's Creed Shadows. There's 4 weeks of these that are coming up. The first one is out today, and it highlights stealth. So, we're going to read through it, we're going to see what this article has in store for us. I've had a quick glimpse at it and it looks very in-depth. There's a lot to read, there's a lot of clips in between which I'm very interested to get into. Let's see what they've got and we'll judge it fairly from there. Assassin's Creed Shadows Stealth Gameplay Overview. Apparently it's a 10-minute read. Let's see how long this takes me, because my voice is not what it used to be. Hello everyone! Assassin's Creed Shadows drops February 14th, 2025, and we're thrilled to start offering you deeper insight into its gameplay. Through a series of posts over the next few weeks, we'll bring you brand new details on combat, parkour, and exploration. This is good. Let's kick this week off with a stealth overview. Well, we'll primarily focus on Norway, one of Shadow's 2 protagonists, who seamlessly blends classic assassin techniques with the quiet agility of a trained shinobi. Some of these details apply to Yasuke, Shadow's samurai, as well. Okay, we will be joined by Simon, game associate... I presume it's Simon. Associate Game Director, to get additional insights. All footage is from a work-in-progress build. Please note that some of these videos in this article may be compressed, which could affect their quality. Make sure to watch in 4K for the best quality. What, is it telling me to go somewhere else to watch the clips because they're not in 4K? That's a bit weird, but okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to do that. I am in fact going to read your article. Interesting that it says that Norway blends classic assassin techniques with the agility of a trained shinobi. Are they trying to say that she's not an assassin? Huh? Are they trying to say she's not an assassin? She's a blend of new ideas. Don't like their wording. I don't like a lot of the wording that Ubisoft use, actually. Stealth gameplay in Shadows has been ambitiously overhauled in a few key areas. Okay, well, here we go. First, the most obvious change for AC players is the lack of a companion eagle, allowing you to scout ahead and map out an entire location. Wow, okay. Interesting. So we're getting rid of the eagle mechanic that was introduced 7 years ago at this point. Interesting. Players must rely on their main character's own senses and engage enemies in a more tactical, moment-to-moment manner. Okay, so basically you're not going to get, like, a way of scouting out an entire location before you even get there. It's more about you actually organically discovering what is at certain locations, be it guard outposts or maybe dungeons. You're going to have to scout it out for yourself. That makes perfect sense to me. I think this is probably a good thing. This is a good thing that they've removed that. Not that I hated it before, but obviously it kind of breaks the law a little bit, and also it's not a massive benefit, is it, really? Observe. Oh god, is that us or them? Both Norway and Yasuke have access to the new Observe mechanic. Ooh, okay. Which delivers a fast and easy way to toggle additional information on screen. Alright, okay, so it's kind of like in Hitman, right? Where if you focus in, you can see all of the, like, UI stuff start to show up. Observe allows you to identify, tag, and monitor enemies, and highlight lootable stashes, collectibles, and quest objectives, while on a sync point, it also allows for closer examination of nearby locations. The new Observe mechanic is at the core of the Assassin's Creed Shadows experience. When in doubt, take a pause, observe the world around you, and only then should you decide what your next move should be. Ooh, let's see this clip that they have attached. Can I play this in? Yep, we can play it in 4K. Okay. Nice to see just some normal gameplay. I see Norway is sporting a rather interesting piece of headwear there. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, so it is kind of similar to Hitman, but without slowing stuff down. What was interesting with that gameplay, just while we're looking at it, the game looks very nice. I must say, like, visually. It's got like that Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, like, orange filter. There's one thing I really don't like there, actually, and it's this number here. Because this number here implies that we're going to have level gating. I mean, it's the team that made Odyssey, so maybe this was destined to happen, but yeah, it's definitely, we're going to have level gated enemies. There's going to be a gear system, I suppose, to counter this. A little bit disappointing, but I don't hate the look of this. It keeps the UI very clean, because then you don't have to... I mean, look at that. She has, like, the little compass at the top from previous games, but there's, like, nothing else. The rest of the UI looks very nice. And I know we've seen, like, you can have weapons and stuff on there, but you could probably turn that off, to be honest, because it looks good. All right? I like this. Good. So, first point, they've come out batting strong. We've got a good implementation of the observe mechanic. I like that. Eagle vision. Norway has access to classic Assassin's Creed Eagle vision. Does that mean that Yasuke doesn't? Ooh. Which allows her to highlight the position of enemies hidden behind walls and other objects, and isolate any relevant sounds they make. Interesting. Yeah, we know sound is going to play a part in the mechanics. Eagle vision is a more dedicated stealth mechanic, encouraging Norway to slow down and take a moment to better visualize her enemies and relevant gameplay objects, including hiding spots. Okay, so it's basically the observe mechanic. Both observe and eagle vision work independently, revealing different sets of information, but Norway can combine both concurrently to reveal, observe, and tag enemies through walls. Okay, so if you master it, you can use both at once. I like that. Sounds like there's a bit of a skill curve to using both of these in tandem. I like this. A very useful habit to have if you don't want to blunder into a room full of samurai waiting for you. Well, we know a character that would like that. It's not like Observe replaces Eagle Vision. They are one in the same, but give you different abilities. So maybe at first, when you first start the game, you have to choose one or the other, but then as the game goes on, you can start to use both. I'm liking this. Shinobi moves. Hiding in the shadows. For the first time in the Assassin's Creed series, hiding in the shadows will make you invisible to enemies. Social stealth? Gone. During nighttime, any pockets of shadows become a dynamic hiding spot, although this was kind of in Chronicles China, actually, which is a good reference, which you can progress without being seen. This applies to both interiors and exteriors. Nice. Typical stealth game, then, yeah. The ability to use shadows in this way invites you to be careful, to carefully study your environment for hiding opportunities and routes, or create them yourself by destroying lanterns with a shuriken. Yep, very nice. Oh, so I guess instead of throwing knives, you have shurikens. I think that was in the trailer, but still nice to have that confirmed. Naoya is a perfectly capable shinobi in broad daylight, but the cover of darkness gives her a remarkable edge over her enemies, especially on higher difficulty settings. So on higher difficulties, you may have to depend on stealth more. Good. I know what I'm going to do then. Keep it on easy. Staying low. Sprinting while you're attempting to be stealthy in a highly populated environment can be risky. The sound of footsteps will alert guards, obviously, very Assassin's Creed, who will spot you almost instantaneously. Okay, well that sounds more aggressive than normal. In general, standing up increases your visibility, so this is where crouching comes into play. Yeah, crouching has been in the series for 10 years now, we don't need to explain what that is. Crouching is also particularly effective indoors, blah blah blah. Minimizing the sound of nightingale floors. Specifically designed floors that creak whenever someone steps on them. So they have specially made floors to catch you out. It sounds like you're going to have to pay a lot more attention to, like, not just where you are in terms of, like, the corner vision or, like, where the guards are, but actually where in the environment you are. Good. And I see we've got a clip of this. I don't think I watched the Eagle Vision one. Whoops, I should probably watch the Eagle Vision one. I'm going to cut out all of me sniffling, but just so you know, I'm sniffling a lot. Okay, so you can tag enemies, yeah. Looks very typical. I mean, it doesn't really have that, like, Assassin's Creed-y look to it. The Eagle Vision's very, like, tame. It's just black and white. Like, it doesn't have that, like, aggressive white filter on it. I don't know. Or, like, spooky filter. Okay, so let's see this clip of the Nightingale floors. Oh, it's a Nightingale? Not Nightingale. Is that how you spell Nightingale? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, you can see her footsteps moving like puddles. I like that little visual touch. There's a sight meter at the top as well. Going prone. Naoe and Yasuke, also they can both do it, are the first protagonists able to go prone in the series. Going prone reduces your visibility to enemies even further, whether on the ground, on rooftops, or underwater. For Naoe, going prone comes with its own set of movements. By pressing the dodge button when in prone, you can roll to the side, front, or back. They've got omni movement! A useful maneuver to quickly employ when a guard approaches. Keep an eye under buildings too. You might just find an opening you can crawl under. Yeah, we've seen this in the gameplay prior. But let's see what they've got to show. Oh, I like that. So you can, like, roll out of a bush, kill him, go back to rolling. I like that. I think there's going to be some funny exploits for that. The Shinobi and Assassin Arsenal. Naoe doesn't have to rely on stealthy moves alone. She has 4 primary tools at her disposal to help ensure a quick kill or getaway. Okay, smoke bomb. Understood. Shinobi bells. Oh, okay, so these are like firecrackers, the perfect tool to distract enemies. They're like firecrackers from Black Flag. Or I think they were in Mirage as well. I don't know, I never needed them. Kunai. Kunai are extremely sharp throwing knives that deal a lot of damage. Oh, so she does have throwing knives. Oh, shurikens are more useful when thrown into the environment to cause distractions. So you need to also manage how many shurikens you have for the environment stuff and how many kunai you have for the enemies, like the quick kills. So I'm guessing, yeah, a shuriken can momentarily stun enemies. So it's like the difference between like a stun grenade and a grenade. And let's see this in action. It's so good that they have these little 10-second clips to just explain what they're showing. I like that. Running assassination. That was cool. Oh, did you notice that as well? When she throws the smoke bomb, the guards run out the way of it. They don't, like, just sit there coughing for ages. I mean, I would. I'm bloody coughing all day. They run out the way of the smoke bomb, but they still get affected by it. So they, like, reposition themselves. Naoe is our smallest assassin to date, and she uses that to her advantage. She can squeeze through tiny wall cracks, and she can hide inside small storage spaces and boxes in order to get the drop on her enemies. Very Hitman. Very Hitman. I can see the inspirations here. We know that players are always looking for efficiency in their stealth runs. Oh, this is why we're bringing back double assassinations! Hey! So does that mean they're not going to be like, assassinate one guy and then throw a knife awkwardly at the guy right next to you? By equipping the Tanto as one of your main weapons and unlocking the dedicated skill, okay, so double assassinations is a skill you unlock, you can eliminate 2 enemies standing next to each other at once with your hidden blade, whether on the ground or from the air. With your hidden blade, wait, so even if you have the Tanto, which is like a short knife, you'll still use your hidden blade for both, or do you like that, you know? Do you do a bit of woohoo? Are there special animations for these? That would be cool. Grabbing enemies. Oh, grabbing enemies was a thing in Syndicate, which was made by Ubisoft Quebec. They've brought it back from their first game. Wow, okay, cool. I like the sound of this. While undetected, you can briefly grab and drag enemies in any direction to silently assassinate or take them down non-lethally. Okay, so what's the benefits of this? The grab mechanic removes some of the automation we've had in the series before. In Shadows, if you want to assassinate someone from a stalking bush, oh, you have to manually grab them, pull them in, and only then can you dispatch them. Usually you'll get a cutscene where the character will like jump around the corner, stab, and then drag the body back. You've now got to actually grab the guy, then use the assassinate button, and then drag him back manually yourself. Like, it's more like player input is needed to get away with these things. I need to see this. Okay. Oh, that's going to make it more difficult, isn't it? Because you can't just cheese the game a bit. And that is not all. While we cannot cover everything in this article, there will be more stealth opportunities to discover when you get your hands on the game, including falling stalactites, distracting guards in winter, I'm guessing that's just icicles, or swift assassinations through shoji doors. I think we've seen that already. I think Yasuke did something like that similar. Man, this is really in-depth. Enemy tactics. While you have plenty of ways to hide and eliminate your enemies, enemies will respond in ways that will make your life more difficult when you make mistakes. Servants, for example, a new type of non-lethal enemy that will alert guards upon seeing you. Ooh. While they can't fight, their ability to call for reinforcements and raise alarms makes them just as threatening as enemies who can. Interesting. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it is. Servants have their own patrol. See, the idea might be to eliminate the servants before getting to the actual enemies. I can see the challenge here, which I think was missing from like Odyssey and Valhalla, where you just go in, clear the place, go. This is like, it's on another level. Servants have their own patrol routes, so it's important to keep tabs on them. When using eagle vision, they will stand out by appearing in orange. Okay, so we can tell the difference between a servant and an enemy. When infiltrating heavily guarded positions, such as castles and fortresses. Okay, so we're going to have not just castles, but fortresses, so there's like different levels of intensity. Different district, also fortresses sounds very vertical, which is good. We like a bit of verticality. Different districts each exist as their own individual arenas. Whoa, what? This means that should you get caught in one pocket, you can still recover, re-engage and keep your stealth run going without having an entire location bearing on you. So these areas are so big that they're actually divided up into sections where you don't just get caught out the first time you get seen because there are other areas that still won't know you're even there. Wow, okay. And I guess that leads on to this. If you get detected and are able to disappear again, enemies will search for you in pairs, okay, one watcher and one seeker, and will remain more suspicious going forward. That means that tactics such as whistling to lure them will only increase their suspicion and thus their ability to spot you. This can have an impact on your ability to assassinate from a hiding spot, as these suspicious guards will be more likely to get in the way if you're not cautious enough. So, just to quickly overview that, it sounds great. It sounds like from a stealth gameplay perspective, they've put a lot of thought in, but it doesn't have social stealth. That's not been mentioned at all, and I'm not a fan of that. It seems like they are changing the trajectory of how Assassin's Creed works, because it used to be all about social stealth, and I see this as we don't want to do social stealth, or we can't do social stealth properly. So instead of innovating on that, we're going to go totally in the other direction and do what all of our competitors are doing, but put in maximum effort on that. Like, we know we want to do this, so we're going to do a better job of it than we could with a half-arsed version of social stealth. So in that regard, I know that these systems are going to be not better, but they're going to be better than what we would have got from an effort perspective. They're going to put more effort in. Whether that leads to mechanics that feel a bit weird for an Assassin's Creed game, or maybe cause Assassin's Creed long-time players like myself to change the trajectory that we approach these missions from. It sounds to me like they're putting more attention into making things difficult and more engaging, so that you spend more time on these missions and you plan them more strategically and more methodically, and almost making every mission into a black box mission. And if that is the case, they even mix in some unique scenarios to unlock certain locations or routes that can only be unlocked through specific means, then I think we could be onto a winner here. This could be one of the saving graces of Shadows. This could be a real underdog sort of mechanic that people I think will be talking about. So from the Norway side of things, I'm very happy. They've given us plenty of evidence of how it's going to look, and it looks good. Hang on, we're still talking about Norway. Sorry. For example, samurai cannot be assassinated when caught in a smoke bomb, as seen in our clip above. Instead, they will quickly evade the smoky area. This contrasts with the ashigaru, soldiers, or the servants who can be assassinated in the smoke. Samurai are also more prone to deny assassinations, and they can even slice bushes when searching for you, which removes options to hide. So they can actually destroy your cover. Whoa, that's cool. That's interactivity with the environment. I like it. Samurai are fearsome enemies and cannot be taken lightly. Once alerted, they are hard to trick or lure, as they assume that any tricks that you use are just that, a trick to lure them. Oh, they got a bit of aura about them. This will force you to adapt and think harder about how to get the drop on them. But every challenge brings new opportunities, and smoke bombs can become an effective tool to disperse samurai if you're looking for a quick escape. So yeah, it's like I was saying earlier, when they run out of the smoke bomb, that does in a way create a path for you. I like it. Good. It's like using the tools in unconventional ways. Okay, so through Shadows' progression system, it's important that you focus on developing your stealth skills and abilities. So don't worry, we will be. Enemies will have levels based on their archetype and region, so if you neglect Assassin Hidden Blade upgrades, you may find that stronger enemies can completely deny your assassination attempts. Okay. When approaching a target, a white assassination prompt indicates an instant kill. Yellow means you will deal some damage, and red signals the enemy will completely deny your attempt. I know that in Origins you had to upgrade your Hidden Blade in order to stay on top of insta-kills. I don't mind that they're getting rid of insta-kills, for every enemy type, but it still means the Hidden Blade is going to feel less effective and maybe a bit flimsy, maybe, if it can only take out, the normal guards. It depends on the balance of enemies and, how many normal enemies there is compared to, how many heavier guards. If 90% of the guards in the game have a white indicator above them, then the Hidden Blade is going to feel fine. Invest in perks. Oh, God. Invest in perks that increase your assassination damage and test things around. See, I don't know. I don't feel like the Hidden Blade needs to be, upgraded to be better. Oh! A strong enemy may survive a frontal assassination, but may die from an air assassination. So if you mix up your playstyle and your approach, if you knew that there was going to be heavier guards, you may take the rooftops because you know you can air assassinate them and get a confirmed kill. Which changes the way you even approach that area. They're cooking. It's the first time I've said it throughout the entire marketing of this game. But they're cooking. Nice bit of gameplay there. Oh, what? How did she do that there? Did she wait, I want to play that in slow motion. That looked so cool. Did she leg sweep it? Oh, she gives him a dead leg. And then slices, yeah, so she's really using the knife part of her blade. Cool. She also got a different outfit on. Oh, look at that. They saw her coming. When she did a running assassination, he totally stopped it. What outfit is she wearing there? That's not her default one. No, I like this outfit. I like the purple and the gold and everything. That's a very nice, and it's even got scales on the end. Sorry, this is not anything to do with. Oh, and it looks like it's got a gold hood as well. I like this outfit. That's my main takeaway. Oh! Look at this. Look at this. They've already answered my problem. Note that an option in the menu allows you to do insta-kills on all enemies. They learned. That was in Valhalla, so I'm very glad that they've kept that. Very well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, so I should have seen this earlier. Yasuke has... he does have 3 paragraphs, but they are very short. Oh my goodness. Okay. While Yasuke is built for direct close quarters combat, he can still be stealthy when equipped with his bow. I knew it! I called this in the last video. I said he would be the only one with a bow. And now he doesn't have a bow. I knew it. You can engage enemies from a distance without ever needing to draw your katana. Okay, so he adds more of the ranged attacks. Because he's got the gun as well. Let's have a quick look at this before we read the end. Is this just going to be bow gameplay? Oh, it is, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so time slows down. We've seen that effect before. But it's a different looking archery sort of position. Usually the camera is still very far back. It doesn't zoom in this much, I don't think. What is this on his back? It's got a giant vase or something? Or is that his quiver? I think that's his quiver. I can see the arrows in the back there. That's a big quiver. But it's also it's the same colour scheme as his outfit. Has he got a bandana on? Okay. He's still got that crack on his armour. I wonder if that's a story thing. So are these one-shot kills? Yeah, they are. Okay. Interesting that he doesn't have, his big club weapon. I wonder if it's either that or a bow. You can either do one or the other. Also, are these videos unlisted or are they, public? Have they just, shadow dropped like 10 YouTube videos. If players are careful and deliberate, Yasuke can also slip behind foes and deliver a devastating assassination with his melee weapons, blending stealth with a more direct combat approach. Okay, so he has like a loud assassination. If you've played that Harley Quinn DLC for Arkham Knight, it's pretty much similar to that, where he can get the drop on one person to like trigger the fight. That's good. We'll have more on Yasuke's skills in our next combat deep dive. Okay, so the next edition of this is going to be on Yasuke's combat. I like that. It's like, you know, we'll do one then the other. What are the other two? Oh, right. Combat, parkour, and exploration. So we're getting like, the next one is Yasuke. I'm guessing the parkour one is going to be a Naoya-focused one as well. And then exploration. That parkour one's going to be very interesting, especially when they've said that they've like changed things and they've like updated it. If they've put as much effort into the parkour as they have with the stealth here, then we're in for something great. So unironically, this does look amazing. I've found myself quite excited. The stealth seems to have gotten such a massive upgrade. I mean, I wish it had social stealth. I do wish it had social stealth, but at least they're putting a lot of effort into what they're replacing it with, which is good. I do appreciate that. And yeah, if the other 3 articles have as much detail, as much innovation, and like enough evidence, which they've provided fantastically, as this article, then my opinion on this game could be changing. And I mean, my opinion on this game changes in every video anyway, because Ubisoft do amazing things and then terrible things. I mean, I didn't even mention the Battle Pass in this video, because this article did such a good job of making me forget about that. So yeah, it looks like, aside from microtransactions, they might actually have a good game here, and that's wonderful news. So what do you think of this reveal, this article for Assassin's Creed Shadows? It's available for anybody to read. I'll put a link in the description so you can read through this yourself if there's any details you want to go over. Thank you for sticking by my aching voice. I hope the narration has not been too different from normal. Fingers crossed. And I'll probably see you next week when we get the second article, and we'll keep doing this every week. We'll come back to them and see what they've got for us leading up to Christmas. It's like a Christmas countdown of sorts. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed content, and I will see you in the next video.